Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Billy Humphrey, and I'm the pastor of the Pathway Church of God. And we are the owners of this property, but it is a delight for us to be partnering with Safe House of Hope in this new adventure, or shall we say extended adventure, growing adventure. To give you a little bit of a history, this building used to be known as the Curtis Bay Church of God, one of our sister churches in our denomination. And the lead pastor retired, and long story short, we inherited the property. And that was just less than a year ago. I tell you that because I want to back you up even a little bit further. When I first moved into this community, it was 1999, and I've been actively involved in the Brooklyn Curtis Bay communities for that entire time. And in 2004, I had heard rumor that my colleague here was looking to retire, and so I approached him about the possibility of us partnering together so that we could open up, change this facility into a ministry center in which we could touch the lives of people who are being affected by human trafficking. And that was in 2004. At that time, I don't even think Safe House of Hope was in existence. No. And we talked about it and considered it, and long story short, that pastor decided he wasn't yet ready to retire. But he did retire in 2012. Actually, it was the end of 2011. And in 2012, about May time frame, the property was given to us to take charge over. And at first, when it was offered to us, we didn't know exactly what to do. I had remembered that dream, that idea, that vision that I had so many years ago about what we could do in turning this into a ministry center to reach victims of human trafficking. And I had no idea. At that time, I had not even heard of Safe House of Hope. And there was a young man who was doing outreach with Safe House of Hope, who is from Minnesota but was going to college in Baltimore. And that young man, his church came here to do a short-term missions trip, and they stayed in this building. That's one of my first uses of the building. And he began to tell me about this relationship he had with Safe House of Hope, and it opened up a door. And long story short, I bring you right here. Here we are today. And I got an opportunity to meet Deneen and Chuck and the board and hear about their heart and their vision and their dream and what they were already doing, and how by partnering with us at this facility and how it could be a continuation as well as a growth, and how much has happened. I think Deneen was sharing with me that they shared that they've declared this to be the year of housing, and clearly we believe, I think the Lord is working this all out for the good, because we love Him and we feel called to make a difference. And I think that's the passion behind them, the passion for us and our partnership in this project. And so we're delighted. And I had no idea how to minister to people and victims of human trafficking in 2004, and I'm not sure I still do, other than to show them a lot of love and a lot of grace. And it's what I try to do and I try to live my life out of. And it's been a pleasure to get to know Safe House of Hope and Deneen, and to see their passion and their drive and their efforts. And a lot of people may stereotype this type of activity, but I'm reminded of a passage of scripture, and I didn't want to misquote it, so I brought it up on my phone, and it's Isaiah 61, and it says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to bring good news to the afflicted. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives and freedom to prisoners." And I know that's a passage that drives me, and I clearly see that as a passage that drives Safe House of Hope and their mission. So it's a delight for us to partner with them, and we welcome you to this community. I know you've been doing outreach in Brooklyn and Curtis Bay before, but now it is a pleasure to have you here as a member of this community, and we look forward to what the Lord has in store for all of us, that we can end slavery together, especially here in South Carolina. God bless you. Thanks.
So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Deneen Yates. The Lord helped me to start this thing with everybody's help. I want to thank everybody who came out today and yesterday, and for all the workers. We've had so many people pour in to getting this building ready, into getting into our vision. I just can't thank you enough. You know, every little bit, as if we just all put in a little bit, at the end of the day we got something, right? At the end of the day we got something that God can use. We just start somewhere. So I really appreciate everybody who is working with us, because together we can change lives. And we can bring freedom to this place, freedom to this neighborhood, freedom to Curtis Bay, and it can move from Curtis Bay to Brooklyn. We can bring freedom here, and we can end slavery in our generation. We can. We gotta start with our own hearts, right? And let God move us. We have to start with our own convictions in the way we live our lives. And work from there and move from there and have an open heart toward people that maybe didn't have the same opportunities that we had. You know, God has been so good to me. And to each one of them, and there's so much to be thankful for, but not everybody gets the same opportunities. Not everyone gets the same breaks in life. And just a few bad turns, just a few poor choices, and all of a sudden, you're standing out here, getting in and out of somebody's car. It really isn't any different than that. It could be any of us. We just were blessed. We just had a few more opportunities. And so, our girls, our women and our girls are no different in my mind than me. And anyone who works with us, that's the way you kind of have to think about it. Is that just a few degrees, and here I am. Because, you know, I have a really great house, I have a wonderful husband, I have great support to do this work with the board and with all of our volunteers. We're almost 100% volunteers. But if those things were taken away from me, a few bad turns, and I wouldn't know what to do with my life. So many of our clients are homeless. And when you're homeless, or when you're just about to be homeless, or when you're couch surfing, you're vulnerable. That's all there is to it. Just a few bad turns. And when the person who's coming to offer you help happens to be the person who wants to exploit you later, like I heard from one of the guys who works our girls, who said, I'll come 4, 5, 6 times and say, hey, I brought you lunch. Anybody else brought you anything out here? Anybody else seeing you? Is there anybody else supporting you in this? You need to think about that, because I'm here for you. And so that's what we want to be, here for people. We want to be here for this community. We want to be here for women who have no other options, or at least feel trapped by their circumstance. Whether they're older and they feel like it's their choice, or whether they're actually controlled by someone else. It's up to them. We're offering people options. Options they didn't have before. And their life is theirs. It's still theirs to choose. Women can come in here still actively working, actively prostituting. That's not my choice. I love you. That's my choice. We support you. You need clothes, you need food, you want some resource help. Praise God, we'll be doing it. But I'm not here to change your life choices. It's your life. I'm here to empower you and let you know. It's your life. What do you want to do with it? So I really appreciate all the work that's gone into today. And we had this ceremony to welcome you all in as a whole community, to welcome you into our place, so that you knew that this is a place for the women of the neighborhood and even the greater community. And together, we really can make a difference. And only together, with the Lord's help. So, thanks. Councilman Young's office?
Yes.
My name is Tommy Phillips. I send greetings from Council President Bernard C. Jack Young. It's an honor. One, it's a beautiful day to be outside to do an opening one. You're doing it on a day of the Sabbath day, but also you're doing it on Palm Sunday also. And you're trying to bring people closer together. One, when it comes to women and me having 2 daughters, I want to make sure that we can take care of our women, but also give them the resources that are needed so they don't have to be out here trafficking, and they don't have to be out here doing things that is not the common way, but the positive way of being a woman of strong character. One, I am glad it's here, and I'm also glad that it has a cross above it. Why? Because God is always watching from the top of it. And the reason why I say God, because I have God all the time, and I thank God for it. So to have a cross here and also have a cross once you enter is a special tool. Why? Because God is letting you know that He is very blessed with what you're doing and trying to make sure people are safe. I just want to congratulate the pastor. I want to congratulate the pastor's vision. I want to congratulate the executive person who said I'll be a part of this, and she has her own family too, but also make sure she brings the partnership, because one, it takes partnerships and it takes capital money too. But it also takes people to say, I want to volunteer to help people. So as this place moves forward in helping the community and it becomes an impact, the community will always thrive, and it will keep moving forward and success and wonderful. So I just want to congratulate you again, the pastor too, for saying thank you by bringing a building towards them, and at the same time just keep moving forward. And as the women that are out here today, if you see women on the street, it could be in other parts of the city, let them know about the Safe House. Why? Because it's important to make sure women are safe, and we should take care of everyone too. I thank you. I wish you Godspeed too.
A representative from Barbara Mikulski's office?
I'm just honored to be here on behalf of Senator McCloskey. She works vigilantly daily to protect all of our citizens, but recently with the bill against violence against women. And I know that right now, wherever she is, she's thinking about this. And we just thank you for the work that you're doing. Reverend Billy, you're everywhere. Every time I'm in Curtis Bay, I'm in the community, I see him here, letting you know that we're happy to partner with you, that anything you can do to apply some kind of brand, we're here to support you. And thank you for reaching out to the community, and we'll be back to share it with you. God bless you all.
Okay, so
Work it on.
Yep. That way we can actually have pictures of the outside now. Hold it up don't go yet, let's get a few pictures. Because this happens real quick. Let's go! Let's go!
can I go?
You good, Kale?
Good, yep.
Alright, go!
Let's go!
Please come in, you can cake, there's food here, please come in. We got a welcome cake just for you. Our door's open.
Sorry, I couldn't.
I am realizing that as we speak.